Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Mudassir Bhatt, an AI researcher and educator with over 8 years of experience in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. So in today's video, I'll show you how to build an AI email responder using n8n, a no-code automation platform alongside OpenAI API. This AI agent will help you to automatically respond to customers or clients' queries, saving you a lot of time and efforts. Also, if you are dealing with a large number of emails and cannot reply to each one of them manually, I believe this is the perfect solution for you. This AI agent will handle incoming emails for you more efficiently. Additionally, this AI agent can be used in many areas including sales, real estate, finance, customer support, and much more. So without wasting any time, let's get started with our practical section. All right, to begin with our practical section, first of all, type N8N on Google and hit enter, and you will see the official website of N8N, that is n8n.io. Click on it. Once you are on this website, first of all, you need to sign up by clicking on this button, Get Started for free. And you need to fill some of your details like your name, password, and account name. After registering with N8N, you need to click on this sign in link to access the N8N platform. Click sign in here. You will now see the main dashboard of N8N. So this is basically the main dashboard of N8N. If you're using the N8N for the first time, your workflow might be empty here. In my case, you will see that there are some workflows that I have already created, but in your case, this part would be empty. Okay, all right. Let me quickly explain the interface. Under projects, over here, you will find all of your saved workflows. Then there is another important template section here. Let me click on it, which contains pre-built or inbuilt workflows. These workflows are very helpful, but I would recommend you to not to use them initially. I would recommend you to create your own AI agents from scratch, unless you would gain enough experience, till you would gain enough experience. Then later on you can use them. So great. So to start creating our workflow, click the create more workflow button over here on the upper right corner. You will be taken to a black canvas with a plus sign button in the center, this one. Clicking the plus sign lets you add the nodes. Now, so what are the nodes? So nodes are basically the individual steps your AI agent will perform. But before we will build any workflow together, let me show you what the final version of our workflow would look like and explain you how it works. Okay, so I will hit this personal button, and over here I've already created one. So this is the workflow that we will be creating today. It is basically an AI powered email responder, and it works like this. Number one, you would see over here there is a Gmail trigger node. It starts with this Gmail trigger node, which basically monitors your Gmail inbox and activates the workflow when a new email comes in. Second, you would see that there is a text classifier which basically classifies our emails. That email, which comes from this Gmail trigger node, is then passed to this text classifier node, which uses OpenAI model to understand the type of the email. For example, whether this is an urgent email, so this would be routed to this path, or if it is an email related to the pricing inquiry, so that email would be classified or routed to this path and responded and given the response accordingly. Or the email may be related to the demo of CRM, so then in that case, in the email would be routed to this path and the customer would get the appropriate response. So let me give you a live example or a live explanation of the same project. Let me quickly demonstrate how this works. I will send a test email from another account asking about the CRM pricing. Let's see how our AI agent handles it. So let me go to my Gmail account and send an email. So please give me some time. Alright, this is one of my accounts from which I would be sending an email requesting for CRM software pricing. Let me click on the send button. So here we go. We have sent an email requesting for CRM software pricing. So this is my another Gmail account to which I have received an email requesting for CRM pricing. Okay, let me click on it. So you can see that I have received an email requesting for CRM pricing. Let's now go back to our workflow. Over here, let me click on this test workflow. So you can see from the workflow that it has routed the request for CRM pricing to this path. That means it has generated an automated response. Let me go back to my Gmail account and check the same. Well, let me click on the drafts first. So you can see it has generated or drafted a response for me, which I can now send it to my client or customer. This response was written automatically by our AI agent. However, I could allow my AI agent to send replies instantly, but I recommend setting it to create the drafts first. That way you can quickly review the messages just in case the AI agent generates something out of context or incorrect reply. So you have got enough time to fix that message or to draft that message. So let me go back to our workflow now. This is the AI powered email responder that we will be building today, wherein it would generate an automated draft message instead of the direct reply. And I have already told you the reason for creating a draft message. Now let's build this AI email responder together. So let me click over here. First of all, click on this create workflow button on the canvas. Click on this plus sign and type Gmail over here. Click on this Gmail icon, then click on this on message received. Then you will see a window over here. What you need to do over here, you need to log into your Gmail account. Since I already logged in, but if you want to log into your Gmail account, click on this create new credential. So over here, what you need to do, you need to click on the sign in with Google so that you would be logged into your Gmail account. Since I've already done this, so I would close this window. Then after that, what you will see many options here. For instance, for how often the AI agent should check for new emails, whether it should check every minute, every hour, or every day, and so on. You can see many options here. I will select every hour because I don't want to finish my free credits offered by NA10 very quickly. Okay, so after that, what you will do after setting these options, as a customer, send an email requesting for a CRM pricing. Okay, let me send an email now from one of my Gmail accounts. You can see now I have received an email requesting for CRM pricing that I have sent from my another Gmail account. Okay, that's great. Let's go back to our workflow now. Now, after receiving an email, click on this fetch test event to pull in a sample email. You can see on the right hand side various fields related to email are present. But for our workflow, we are mainly interested in the subject, text content, and few other fields. But if you are not able to locate the text field, try turning off this simplify option and click on this fetch test event again. Now you would be able to see the text field. Okay, that's present here. Here you can see Hi Mudassir, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing to inquire about the pricing details for your CRM software. You can see the entire message is present, and on the right hand side you can see also the subject is present, a request for CRM software pricing and details. So that's great. Let me click back to canvas. Great. Now we have now added our first node. All right, now let's move ahead and connect to other nodes. I have received an email using this Gmail trigger, and now I want to classify different emails to figure out whether an incoming email is related to the pricing, or an incoming email is related to CRM demo, or if it is an urgent email. To do this, I will click on this plus sign and type over here text classifier. Okay, so click on this, then you would see a window like this, and on the left hand side you will find different fields from the email, but we are only interested in the email content itself. So let me search for the email content. Okay, here it is. Hi Mudasir, I hope this message finds you well. I am writing to inquire about the pricing details for your CRM software. Then you can see the entire message is here. So I will drag this text over here. Now we will set up the categories that the email might fall into. For each category, we will give its name, we'll provide its name and its description. I have written a description using the ChatGPT that explains what a pricing email would look like and what kind of keywords it might contain. So first of all, I would create a pricing email category. So let me copy this part because I have already created this using the ChatGPT. I will copy it and paste it here. Now another category that I will create here of emails, that would be CRM demo. And again, I need to provide the description for this kind of an email also. Again, I have added a description to help the classifier understand what the CRM demo email would look like and what kind of keywords it might contain. Again, this description I have created using the ChatGPT. You can also do the same thing. I will copy it from here and paste it here. I will create one more category of emails used with the name urgent, and I need to enter here the description. So I have already created a description using the ChatGPT, so I will copy it and paste it here. I have created three different categories of emails that I want my text classifier to classify them. You can create as many as categories you need depending on your use case. And after that, you can click on this test step. But I'm sure it won't work at this time because I haven't connected my text classifier with the OpenAI model yet. So let's do that. Click on back to canvas, and over here I will connect it with the OpenAI chat model. So over here, what you will do, you can connect it to your account. I would be using the N8 and free OpenAI credits for this video. But if you want to connect it to your personal OpenAI account, you can connect it using this option, create new credentials. I have shown it how to connect it to your OpenAI personal account in my previous video, but for this video I will be using this option. And I would recommend over here to use the GPT 4.0 mini option, and then we will click on back to canvas. Now let me test whether my classifier is able to classify the emails or not. So let me double click on it, and here I will click on this test step. Okay, fine. It is able. You can see over here pricing branch one item. So this text classifier was successfully able to identify and classify our email. So over here you would see in its output it has classified that email. see, I hope this message finds you well. I'm writing, so the same email, it was successfully able to classify it. So great. Now I have, see, I have received an email, I have classified it. Next, what I want to do, I want to generate a response for that incoming email. So for that, what I will do, I would click on this plus sign over here, and I will type in, or I will use another OpenAI chat GPT to create that response. Okay, so over here now I will type message a model. So you can see over here message a model. So this OpenAI basically I am using to create that response. So over here I would be using the OpenAI free credits offered by NA10. Then you don't need to change any options here, and here I would recommend you to select GPT 4.0 mini as it is very cost effective. And now coming to the most important part, that is the prompt section. In the prompt section, give the AI clear instructions on how to respond to a pricing inquiry. I have created this prompt using the chat GPT, and you can do the same thing. So let me copy that part. I have created these instructions, this prompt basically from the chat GPT. You can also generate the same using the chat GPT. So let me enlarge this and show you what I have written here, what I have generated here. You are an assistant of Dr. Mudassir. Your job is to respond to an email below. So these are basically the instructions that I have given to the OpenAI API or OpenAI model, how to respond to an incoming email. I'm saying it, first of all, acknowledge to the inquiry about the pricing, then give a brief overview of the available CRM plans that we have, basic, professional, enterprise. Then I'm saying give an invitation to discuss the requirements in more detail, and you would see many other instructions I have given to this. Then finally, I'm saying over here, the email you need to respond is below. So over here, I would provide the email that it needs to respond. So that email, email I need to search here. So here is that email to which this OpenAI would respond. So I would place this email directly over here. So you can see I have given it the email to which it needs to respond, right? So now let me test whether my OpenAI is able to generate that response or not. So I would click on this test step. So it would take it may take small time to, yeah. So it has generated the output. Now over here you can see that it has generated the output for us. It has generated the response. See, subject, inquiry about CRM software pricing. Thank you for reaching out. I hope this message finds you well. But although the only thing that I find in this is wrong is the subject part. I don't need the subject part. So what I will do, I will instruct this OpenAI. I would say it. I don't want the subject in the message field. I'm saying it, I'm instructing that I don't want this subject in the message field. Okay, so let me click on this test step again and let's see what it does. Okay, great. Now you can see that it has generated the response without that subject part in the message field. Thank you for reaching out and expressing interest in our CRM software. I'm glad. So you can see it has generated a long message for me. It auto-generated a long message for me. So let me click back to Canvas here. So what we have done so far, we received an email, we have classified it, and this OpenAI has generated a response. So we need to send that response to our customer. So to do that, what I would click on this plus sign, and over here I would write a Gmail over here. This time you will see many options than what when we first created the Gmail trigger node. This is because this is an action node, okay, and this is a trigger node. So what is the difference between the action node and a trigger node? An action node is basically a node which performs the tasks after the workflow has started. And a trigger node is a node that listens for incoming emails or events to start the workflow. So I hope that you got the difference between the two. So over here, what you would see many options here, right? You would see a send a message, reply a message, and you would see an option over here also, create a draft. Okay, here we'll choose create draft instead of the send message. The reason is that sometimes AI generated responses might have mistakes or might not be able, or I would say might not be fully accurate. By creating a draft, we can manually review the message before sending it. So I will create a draft. I will click on this create a draft. Here you need to sign into your Gmail account. I have already done it. So all of these, the resources you would keep as it is, and the operation part you would keep as it is, and in the subject part you would keep the subject field, and in the message field you will drag and drop the entire message that you need to send to the user. So this response I would keep in the message part. I will drag and drop it in the message field, and in the subject field I would drag and drop the subject. So let me look in for the subject. So here it is. I would drop it here, right? Great. So now let me test. Now let me click on this test step, whether okay, now you can see it is showing node executed successfully. It means it has successfully created a draft email for our customer. So let me go back to our canvas. Now let me check my inbox to confirm it. Okay, so let me go to my email and check the same thing. You can see that it has successfully created a draft for us, and you can review this draft before sending it to the client or customer. Now let's go back to our workflow. All right. In the same way, you can set up drafts for other categories like CRM, demo, or urgent emails. Now let's build the CRM demo response part of our AI agent. If an email comes in asking for a demo or asking for a CRM demo, we want our AI to generate a suitable reply. To do that, first of all, I want you to send an email as a customer related to the CRM demo from one of your Gmail accounts. Once you have done that, click on this CRM demo. In front of this, you can see a plus sign. Click on this and type over here OpenAI. And over here, you would select message model. We need to follow the same procedure that we followed for the CRM pricing email. Okay, over here I would select this N8 and free OpenAI API credits. Then the rest of the options would remain the same. And here I would select the GPT-4 mini. And in the prompt section, give AI the clear instructions on how to reply to a CRM demo request. I created this prompt using ChatGPT, and you can do the same thing depending on your use case. So I have already created it. So let me copy this and paste it here. So these are the instructions that I have given to my OpenAI to generate a response. So these are nothing but these are the instructions that I have given to my OpenAI to generate a response based on these instructions. And over here you would see that the email you need to respond to is below. So over here I would place the email that it needs to respond to. So that would be here. Okay, text. So I will drag it and drop it here. So let me check. Yeah, I have successfully dragged it here. So I'm saying it, the email you need to respond is below. So I have given it the email that it needs to generate a response. So over here, you need to select this as a system, the role as a system. Then what you can do, you can click on the test step to verify whether it would generate a response. Okay, it has successfully generated a response, like you can see over here. Hi Clock, thank you for reaching out and expressing your interest in our CRM solution. I'm glad to hear you would like to explore our CRM can benefit your business. You can see that it has generated the entire response for us. But again, I can see that it has generated a subject part of this message. I would instruct it not to do that, and I would place it here. I would give it an instruction. I don't want the subject in the message, in the message field. Okay, let me run it again. Test step. Okay, that is perfect. Now I can see that there isn't anywhere the subject part. So let's go back to Canvas. Now it has generated a response. Next, what I need to do is to create a draft. So for that, I would click over here, Gmail, and click on the Gmail icon. Over here, what I will do basically, I will create a draft instead of sending a direct reply. I've already told you the reason why I am not creating a response directly. The reason for that is sometimes AI models can generate incorrect responses or replies. So I will create a draft over here. So I will click on this, click a draft. Over here, again, you need to log into your Gmail account. That's already done. Now in the subject field, you would place in the subject part, and in the message field you would place your response. So I would place the response that I have generated in this message part. Okay, done. Now in the subject field, in this field, I would place the subject. So let me search for that subject. Okay, here it is. So I'll place it here. Great, we're done. Now let me test this, whether it would generate the proper. Yes, it has said node executed successfully. That means it has created a response. It has drafted a response for us. So let me go to my Gmail account and check whether it has generated a response. This is the email that I had sent from another Gmail account requesting for CRM demo. And let me go to the drafts now. You can see over here it has successfully created a draft for us. Now you can review this draft before sending it to the client or customer. Now let's get back to our workflow. Well, we will now follow the same steps to set up responses for urgent emails. So for that, I will click on this plus sign and type here OpenAI, then type in message model. Okay, so click on it, and then over here I will select this NA10 free OpenAI API model, and the rest of the options will remain the same. Over here I would select GPT 4.0. In the prompt section, I would place the instructions that I have created from the chat GPT, and then over here I would place the text in the prompt section. Okay, so I think I am done with everything. Yes, it's perfect. I placed it there. Now I need to select the role as a system. Now let me test the test step. Okay, perfect. It has generated a response for me. Thank you for reaching out and for emphasizing the urgency of this matter. I understand this. So you can see that it has generated an entire response for me. So back to Canvas. Now I need to send this response to a customer, or I can draft it first. So for that, I would click on Gmail, and over here I will create a draft. Then over here I need to sign in. I'm already signed in. Then in the subject field I'll place the subject, and in the message field I'll place this response that I have generated. Then I would look for this subject. Okay, so here it is. I'll place it here. I'll drag and drop it here. Then I would like to test the output. So now it says node executed successfully. So that means it has sent the email to my inbox, or I would say that it has generated a draft for me. So let me check that and go to my Gmail account. Okay, you can see here that I have received an urgent email. Now let me go to my drafts and check whether the draft has been created. You can clearly see that the draft has been created. Now let's go again to our workflow. Our AI agent is ready, and let's test it. Let me send a test email from another Gmail account requesting for CRM demo. Please give me some time to send the same. Okay, I have sent it from my mobile, and I have sent a test email requesting a CRM demo. Let's see if the workflow classifies it correctly and drafts an automated response. So let me click on this test workflow. So you can see, okay, perfect. Workflow executed successfully. Let me check my Gmail account now. Well, you can see from my inbox that I have received an email from Mudassir bot requesting for CRM demo. Let me go to my draft now and verify whether a draft has been created. So let me click on it, and you can clearly see that a draft has been created. So that's it. We have just built an AI-powered email responder that can handle queries like demo requests, urgent emails, or pricing requests. So this was all about this video about this AI agent. This approach can be applied in many fields like sales, banking, real estate, education, and many others. Basically, anywhere email handling is essential. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support my work and encourages me to make more valuable content like this. Thank you for watching.